Hey everybody, and welcome back to Do Stuff's World. It is episode 5, and it's been a couple days in between recordings. Been a little bit busy. Not too busy, but a little busy. So I'm trying to figure out right now the lighting situation for above. I've pretty much got it knocked out down here. We just have glowstone under the carpet here. I had to gather up a ton of sheep though to start making carpet. I want to make a proper sheep farm, but we won't be going over that in today's episode. And then I realized no matter how much glowstone I put in here, I'd have to cover the whole floor in carpet to get it properly lit, so I needed to stick with the torches. But what I decided to do was just throw an item frame behind them, and then I played around with different items in the frame, and for me, this looks best. It's just, it's expensive, but it looks best. It's just leather boots, dyed gray. I like the way it looks. It makes a nice little holder, but we're going to do that on all the areas where we have the item frames. And then up top here, I think since the area is smaller, we don't have that big open area, I'm not going to need the glowstone. So I will be putting carpet up here, but it's not going to be to cover everything. It's just going to be more of an aesthetic reason. But we're going to do the same thing with the iron boots upside down in these item frames, and I was kind of looking at it, and it looks like the sprite or the pixels or whatever you want to call them for the iron boots, it's just a chest plate, but they flipped it upside down and cut the middle out, because it kind of looks like that when you're looking at it, you know, with the torch in front of it. That was kind of interesting. Anyway, back to what I was going to talk about. I got kind of not really bored, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do for the next episode besides talk about a few things. And that's what we're going to do right now. I have built a mom trap just underneath the house. I figured since I'm over here working so much, I might as well, you know, put some other space to good use. This is a design by Nembon, so you can go check out his channel and find it somewhere. He's got a couple updates on it, but I built the most basic one possible. If you've never seen it before, basically what it is, it's just a series of platforms that are allowed to fill up with mobs, and then there's a simple repeater timer up on top. It actually runs underneath the house. And what it does is there's a dispenser, and then an observer, and a dispenser with water, and then an observer. It's this exact same layout. There's a dispenser on a floor that's 7 out on each side from the dispenser, and then an observer which detects it. So when that one goes off, the next one will go off, the next one will go off. And then there's a drop shaft down there of about, I want to say 30 blocks, something like that. And then the way we get our items is I ran a hopper path through here. If you come in here, I need to work on this a little bit too. Not sure what to do with it yet. I was just playing with it last night. Comes in here, and then our item elevator is down there. It's just a dropper on a timer or clock. I don't know what you call it, but whenever it detects an item in the dropper, that redstone goes off and it shoots it up this glass chute. That's just a 9x9 of glass, if you guys have never seen that before. And it comes up, runs across the water stream, and then goes into all these chests here. I AFK'd overnight at it, and the numbers aren't good yet, but I think that's largely due in part to the fact that I haven't really lit up, you know, all the caves. I went around and threw down torches all over my island here, but now I have the problem of mobs spawning on the roofs and whatnot, so I have to figure out some kind of situation for that. And then over here we have all the sheepies that I was gathering up. I do need to move them to a proper sheep farm. I just don't know what design I'm going to go with yet, and I actually need to get a few more. These have been here for a couple episodes. I've just never talked about them. Over here we have a cow cooker, which this happens with it. They get stuck in the back, so you just gotta slap that button and push them forward, and then they die. But yeah, we get our steak and the leather that we need for the boots. And then over here, the auto chicken cooker. It just works all the time. And I think these, I won't link any designs or anything like that. I think these are fairly standard. A lot of people have made them, so there's no need to really do that. And then over here we just have a temporary farm for our nether wart, some cactus, and some cocoa beans. So that's kind of what I've been up to in the past few days. It's just just that really, I mean, building the mob trap was one big thing, and we can pop over into the nether because I do have more of my tunnel finished, so let's go do that. And here we are. So, as you can see, I have not done any kind of design. That's something we're going to play around with today, actually, because I want to get a good design in for this. You know, just all the stone brick looks kind of boring when it's, you know, just stone brick. But our tunnel does go all the way down to where the fortress, you know, that exit point, I won't run down there, but that exit point where I kind of wanted to bend the tunnel, I still need to build that. But I kind of want to get a design in place first before I start working on the bendy part, because that part's going to actually curve. It's not just going to be a straight tunnel. But I want to get the design in first before I work on that, so then I can, you know, work around the curvy bit. And then our skeleton farm is still off in the distance that way. I haven't built a proper tunnel to it yet. You just kind of hop out here and live dangerously, I guess. That's what we're going to work on for a while. I don't know how long, until I'll get bored with it, I guess. But I need to gather some resources before I do that. I'm running really low on iron thanks to all the hoppers I used for the mob farm. Because there's 25 down in the little pit. And then an additional 20 something running the line over, and then all the hoppers that I used for the item sorter. So yeah, I went through a lot of my iron. I'm gonna go take care of that, gather up that, and probably stone, maybe cut down some trees, because I don't really know what I want to do in here yet. But let's go take care of that. Alrighty, so I've done a little bit of resource gathering. I really need more iron than anything, because this is kind of the idea that I had for not only lighting, but just making this look a little bit different. Again, the block palette's going to change slightly. I'm going to add in other blocks, like the stone brick is the foundation. But I just had this idea of maybe in certain sections where I do have netherrack, it'll be easier, but in certain sections, just kind of knocking out part of the walls, throwing up some iron bars, and just having a little bit of flowing lava behind it, so it looks like, you know, we just tunneled right through the middle of the nether. That's only going to be in probably these spots and near the end. I might do a couple spots over our bridge here. Let's just take a quick peek outside. I might do a couple spots, come out over the area, over the lava lake, and do that. But down here, I think I want to throw a little bit of glass in too. You know, just standard window sizes, or maybe run the length of it. I don't really know yet. There's a lot of area here to play with and work with. But I think, I think for now the plan is to just make those little holes. I'll go grab some lava and kind of show you how I did it here. It's nothing complicated, but just in case you were wondering how it was accomplished. I need my fire potion. I need a bit of netherrack. Let's go ahead and pop that. And I need to eat too, apparently. I didn't even notice that. Let's eat a chicken. Couple chickens. 3 chickens. 3 chickens. Let's head down here to our little hole. There's probably a faster way for me to do this, but since I'm just experimenting with the idea right now, this is what I'm doing. I might have to just build a little tunnel down to the lava lake. Which way was it? I don't remember which way it was. I think it was over here. Yeah. Let's just hop down. Ow. Go grab our lava. Oops. There we go. Slowly swim up the lava, because that's what I feel like doing. And back up into our tunnel. Should have a little path for that somewhere. I don't remember what it is. It's all netherrack, so it's kind of hard to tell. There we go, over here. Alrighty, so the plan is basically, let's do one. I think this is already netherrack. Yeah, let's do one where there's no netherrack. So yeah, why not? I already have a hole for it. Let's grab some for another rack. Just kind of come out here. All I'm really doing is coming out and sort of building a box, and then just adding a couple more pieces of netherrack to make it look, naturally generated. I don't want it to just be a box that would look weird for what I'm doing. Let's make it, yeah, why not? Alright, so here we have our box going up. Round. Boop, 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 boop. There's a lot of people say boop, I don't know why. Maybe it's the sound that the blocks make, I don't know. Come along here. Get up there. Fill this out. Oops. Blam. There we go. Okay. Ah! I'm really good at placing blocks in this game. If you can't tell. Okay, so we have our basic box, and we just kind of throw in netherrack where you can kind of give it some definition. I think that looks alright. We'll just fill in this top part so you can't see out. Well, I think that looks fine. What we'll do is, I think we'll put the lava back there, in that corner, in the top right here. So let's dig that out so it has somewhere else to go. Loop it in there. Nice, we get rid of that. Rid of that. Rid of that. I was hoping it would flow over a little bit better than that. That corner. Just move that over a little bit so you can kind of see it. And stone brick here. And I'm gonna put cracked stone brick around where the lava is too. And I guess really I'll be throwing it in here and there everywhere. But we'll make our wall look a little frazzled. Yeah, why not? Stone brick there. Bam, bam, one there, and there. And I don't want to cover the whole thing, you know. I want it to look a little broken as well. So that's kind of the idea of going with. I'm not so concerned with light level in here. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The only thing I'm concerned with is getting it gas proof, which it might be. I don't remember. I don't think. Maybe that's not wide enough for gas to spawn, because I haven't come across one in here yet. Anyway, that is the plan for this. I'll go ahead and start doing more of that, because it's going to be tedious work. I don't really want to do it on camera. And I'll have an update for you. Yeah, maybe I'll start with this hallway. This is going to be the most time-consuming part, so I think I'll get that done, and then I'll show you where I'm at. Alrighty, so as it stands, this is where we're at. I've decided since this goes down toward the Nether Fortress, we need a little bit of, well, Nether Fortress material in it. So I've gone ahead and put in these nether brick staircases that run the length down this way towards the Nether Fortress there. And I've gone with these kind of, poke holes in the tunnel just to make it look like the nether's kind of intruding a little bit. And I have pigment in some of them. This guy got out, I don't know how. Maybe when I was messing around. The other design I went with too is just a little bit more iron bars. And then down this way, over top of the lava lake, I have all these red windows put in. I thought red just because maybe that looks like they're a little, I don't know, heated up or something. And just the regular glass didn't really look right, but kind of just gone around with a cracked stone brick and some stone slab. stairs here and there. There are a few bits of just regular stone, and it did turn out looking a lot like my enchanting building, but I think that's okay. We're going to customize it more as we go because all of my other tunnels are going to come off of that main one, and I want each tunnel to look specific to where it's headed to. So, like, we'll probably have one that goes to the desert, one to, an ice spikes biome, things like that. And then over here, if we come back up this way, a longer walk than I thought it was. We have and this took me a little bit of time too because I had to go gather even more stone to do stuff. I did this ridiculous thing with the portal. I don't know why. I just did it, and I was hoping it would come out like you would just pop out of a random one, but it's usually always this one. And we have andesite coming down this way. Now this way leads to the skeleton spawner. I decided to go ahead and just get a proper tunnel there instead of fight my way through the nether and then bumping my head down through the nether rack to get there. I haven't finished the tunnel down here yet, but I kind of want to just play around with the idea of what I wanted to do for the top here. And I've just taken like a basic archway and then just moved it up by one. Well, it's one in the middle for these first three and then two sides here. Since this goes to the skeleton farm, which I'll be working on next episode, I want to get that actually looking nice. Maybe something like a catacombs or I don't know, something like that. I'd like to have some skeleton skulls to put in there, but I don't have any charge creepers and I don't have a trident for channeling and blah blah blah. That's where I began digging and then realized I was off by a few blocks. So that's why that's like that. I need to fill all that back in. But we're going to use probably bone block for accent down here. And yeah, inside the where the portal goes to the farm itself, we're going to use more bone block because I have plenty of it. So not really sure how I'm going to design this part. Hopefully I'll have most of it done by the end of the next episode. But I need to focus mainly on stuff that I already have built that doesn't really look that great. And then I think at the end of this tunnel, we're going to try and bring in more nether brick and stone brick. I want it to kind of look like the fortress is merging with the tunnel. Kind of like a, I don't know, Silent Hill vibe or something. I'm not really sure how to describe it. And I do want to get other mobs to put into these chambers. I want to have a nice big one for a ghast, but I don't know how that's going to work. I don't have much experience in trying to catch them. This is what's going on so far. And I think I'm going to have to go ahead and end it here. I did have another clip prepared for you guys, but unfortunately, I'm still having problems with OBS. I keep getting this encoded error for streaming or whatever, so I have to turn down the quality. It's strictly my computer. It's not the beefiest computer. So, and yeah, I just like these little cat areas. Guys, that's going to do it for this one. In the next one, we will be focusing on the skeleton farm. And maybe doing a time lapse of running around and trying to light everything up in the overworld where I have my newly established mob farm, because it does work, but the rates aren't, they're kind of junky. So until next time, if you liked it, hit the like button, comment, whatever you want to do. But yep, I'll see you then. Bye bye.